Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Brave 9 video. Alright, today we're gonna do the campaign stages. So, plenty of you guys probably follow me on my live streams. I did the normal stages, I did stream through them. Alright, so part 2, chapter 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Alright, so, wait, 25. Alright, all of them are manageable in the normal mode. But in hard mode, maybe they are a little bit stronger. Maybe their HP is higher. Usually based on what I see, alright, from the creatures in normal and hard, the differences is going to be just their stats. Alright, they will have more HP, maybe just a little bit, and that's about it. The skills usually are still the same. So if you are able to do it in normal mode, hard mode ideally shouldn't be a problem at all. So we're gonna explore that right now. Let's jump into it. Chapter 21-1. So this one is quite difficult because it's not difficult as in it's like very hard to strategize against, but you can't really use regular 5 stars, alright? We have the Black Lion Shield Knight, we have the Black Lion Knight. The Black Lion Knight are easy to kill. The Black Lion Shield Knight, this one is quite hard to kill. Number 1, they have 70% defense. So if you try to use something like S mode or whatever, it will not work. I've tried it before, triple buff, it could not work. Number 2, the HP is crazy. 56,000 HP, which is quite high. So those things at the back, those are easily, you can get rid of them easily. So the best way to deal with them is to use Livia and Seto. Unfortunately, there's no other ways for you to deal with them fast enough, for you to get 3 stars that is. The only units that are non-legendary that can deal with these guys are Adin and Ventana. Alright, at the time of me recording this video, because I have tried countless of other 5 stars, they couldn't work at all. Okay, so you need Adin or Ventana, and unfortunately I do not have both of them. So if you have them, then good for you, but if you do not have them, something like Livia will work. You don't need a high skill Livia, to be honest. A +0 will work just fine because it will be able to one-shot them. Alright, Seto is there to counter, and then preferably use something like a Helga. So why Helga? You want to buff prohibits them so that they will not get taunted. Alright, because these guys can taunt, right? So in this case, the knight comes in, smack me, boom, so now they are buff prohibited. So Seto goes in, something like that. So these guys that hits me, so they will die from the Seto's counter. My Seto is, yeah, you need a +12 Seto or something. So the objective is to let Seto die, right? And then you have Livia facing off 3 of them. Seto die, Helga die. And then you have 28 turns to be able to do it fast enough. Okay, so if Seto is still alive, right, it will prolong the turn. So you can see right there, I did it just nice. Seto needs +12. Okay, if you have if you have Seto below +12, +9, +10, it's not going to work because the HP guard, flame guard is not strong enough yet. Okay, so that's at least if you want to 3-star this. Okay, so with that out of the way, throughout from all this chapter 21 is going to be quite similar. Alright, the concept is going to be the same. We're going to use Seto, we're going to use Livia, I'm going to tackle through this. Okay, so 21-3 is going to be way harder now. As opposed to needing Seto, you now do not need Seto. You can actually use Bellaseer. Yeah, the problem is you will need something that can help kill the taunts fast enough. 45 turns is not enough because there's a lot of units right here. There's a lot of enemies. So my advice is you borrow a friend. Alright, if you have a Livia, you borrow a friend's Adin or a Ventana. Alright, I'm not sure how many of the friend will have Ventana, but sometimes if there are, I do have one right here, so you can borrow. Okay, so for chapter 22, this is going to be much easier. So you can see there's a lot of scorpions and this assassin guy. So you don't need Livia, you don't need any legendary except for maybe Raphitia or something for purification, because these guys will deal poison, and then the scorpion will deal poison, and these assassin guys, they will deal insane damage to units that are poisoned or DOT basically. So you can look at this skill right here, insane modifiers. So you want to negate that by putting some units that can purification, and then Yuri, and then Benshina. Alright, something like this will work.
Like a diamond from gold. Maybe you are something I cannot define. Maybe you are the fallen kind. I lay in bed with violence, the silent side of me. We see where fire starts to breathe. When I would lay in silence, the voice inside of me made me lose my mind right.
Okay, so this next chapter is going to be a bit different. Okay, so Livia, so we're going to use Bellasear. So Bellasear is going to be very useful against those machine gun dudes. Alright, supporter wise, I guess we could bring in Lulu again. Okay, so you can position it in a way so that Lulu dies. Yeah, something like this is fine. Okay, so for this floor, literally the same thing, same formation, just bring in Helga, place her in front. Alright, you just want to buff prohibit everyone because the taunt can be annoying. You want Livia to aim middle. Alright, you're gonna see why later. So ideally, once Livia aims middle, and once everyone dies, hopefully, from the stigma and stuff, which they will and they can. Okay, so you ideally want Belasia to die as well. Okay, so something like that. So now the boss has gotten rid of and everyone dies. Okay, so for 23-6, we have to modify the strategy a little bit because now you can see there's plenty of other units. If we use the standard, what we have been using so far, it will not work. I've tried it, you will not have enough turns, 40 turns. Ah man, this is my last one. Okay, I think I need to add more add-ins, friends. So yeah, add-in is gonna be better than Angelica. Okay, 23-10 is going to be a bit more complicated. You need 2 extra units from the current one that we have. Move Helga top, and then move her front, and then we're going to use Christina. Okay, so Christina will help you take care of the boss and a few others. So the strategy here is Christina take care of the boss. Now this boss looks strong, right? But again, no immunity. So the boss doesn't have DOT and stuff. So therefore we can take care of the boss easily, just like that. Okay, so other than that, just, you know, watch the magic happens, I guess. Alright, so now we are officially at a whole new chapter. So you can see this Marmonair clone, which is Mangmonair, alongside with Asmod clone, which is Asming. Very creative. Okay, so the secret here, the key here is still you want Livia, of course, because quite a lot of annoying units to deal with. And these Asming dudes, I mean, they are not that hard to deal with. There's a lot of different ways of doing this, but the best way, in my opinion, for you to try to secure the 3-star is to bring in Scarlet. Alright, Verona Scarlet is very, very strong right here. Do not underestimate the power of Scarlet. 4-star, right? I was surprised when someone told me in the live stream that Scarlet is very strong. So you could just literally go in, kill. Yeah, so I'm going to show you guys. Helga is very important as well. Put Helga bottom so that Helga, in this case number 4, Asming will take care of Helga. So she gets to last longer in the battlefield, right? Okay, so next up, chapter 24-4. I'm gonna throw in a Yuri into that just to make things faster, alright? So something like this. Now do keep in mind the boss has about 500,000 HP. That is a lot of HP. Alright, so there's not many units that can deal that much damage to such a high HP boss, right? So Livia Angelica is one of those few units. Okay, so you sort of need Livia or Angelica, one way or the other, or Edin. Alright, so it's just like the HP is just like even Livia cannot one-shot the boss. She needs like 3 hit to deal damage to the boss because of Livia's damage cap. Okay, so for this stage, you just have to bring in one more friend's mercenary. You can use Edin, you can use Livia. So I think Edin will be better. Something like this. Okay, so the last chapter, this one there's a boss right here. So somebody told me that you can use Lyudmila to snipe the boss, and yes, you should be able to do that because the boss is a magician. So if you have a Lyudmila build up, you can do that, but this is in my opinion, a much more budget friendly strat. Alright, so same with Scarlet and Yuri, and Cecilia to absorb the boss's damage later on. Okay, so now we are on to chapter 25-1. Okay, so chapter 25 throughout, we're going to bring back Helga, and I think she's pretty crucial in a lot of stages. If you notice, all of these guys, they have 100% defense. Okay, a lot of them have 100% defense, but they are not immune to curse, which Helga can actually execute. Alright, Helga can perform the curse to them for 10 turns. So reduce all their stats. So that's what we're going to do, Christina, Yuri, to help smoothen things up, and of course Lyudmila at the later stage. Let's go. Okay, so for 25-9, gonna do things a bit differently. We have Mr. Deca right here. Deca, Rydell, and Viola, of course, buffed by Michaela and Helga. Let's go. Okay, so for 25-10, this is a little bit complicated and it's really hard, alright, especially if you don't have Adin or Angelica. This strat is a pretty good strat for you to get 3 stars. Shout out to one of the, let's see, Asia server. I forgot somebody recommended this strat. So I tried out this strat and it actually works wonders. Let me show you guys how this works. Okay, so ideally you want to ignore the crystal in the middle. Okay, you're gonna deal with it last. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the first death from Helga. Boom. Okay, so you'll be surprised that why am I using Zarka, right? So Zarka is there, alright, just to take care of the units later. So now Scarlet going in. So far there's nothing. So Mia is just to charm the boss. So now the boss will buff you. Now you have all the buffs, right? Okay, so Lucius and Seto right there, alright, just to take care of a few things. So Mia's job is done. So now Livia goes in. Okay, so now Zarka take care of everyone at the back. Look at that. Everybody gets poisoned, right? So that's the whole objective right there. So let's see. Hopefully, yes, that was enough. You can see we barely got it. You can replace Zarka with Catherine if I'm not mistaken. Catherine will be able to work as well. So yeah, this strat should work in both normal and hard mode. I don't see what's the difficulty right here. I do have a +10 Zarka, so do keep that in mind. Alright, so that pretty much sums up every single chapter from 21 to 25. So hopefully this video, will be able to guide some of you guys to try out these chapters right here. I know that I'm using a lot of Helga, so hopefully I'll be able to publish this before the Helga rework comes out, so you guys can abuse Helga as much as you can. Alright, so do take note that some of these stages I did not use any friends personally, and if you struggle with it, you can always use that as an option. Okay, so as always, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, subscribe, give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.